With the VIP4 account coming to a close relatively soon, I wanted to highlight an area that I neglected. I figured this out already in the VIP0 challenge. And it seems like that this neglect was a major one. I'm not sure if it actually was, but most likely yes. So let's see what I'm talking about. We go to the units and we go to here, for example. Oh, actually we can upgrade the banner anytime. That comes handy, and we'll chill a bit. Now, here you see Inferno Defensive are fine, Commander are fine. City of Eternal Punishment was completely neglected. Life Union was completely neglected. So we go to the roster. This screen was neglected too. And we check out City of Eternal Punishment. Here. I haven't even started the upgrades. Next levels. And then we'll see what units we can bring here. For example, this one. I won't hurt the champions, although I might, we'll see. So this is one of them, and then we'll have to find a substitute. But wait a minute, we already have a substitute. We just didn't know about it. This one. Although it's a lower level, but we found a substitute. And with that, our power is supposed to go up. Although, I'm not exactly sure about it. Because you see it's like 9882. You can see it here as well. And go to roster. We can figure this out quite quickly. It's only 9861. So actually it somehow helped. But how exactly you can see this here? So it's +1 score +52. And then I'll place these spare units here. This reduces our power to 9845, but we're getting back the increments and more in here. There you go. So that's one. Another one is, let's see the champions. We have 4 at the moment. And I had to place this to neutral. But you know what? I don't need neutral anymore. So I might as well just substitute one of these. And go to Eternal Punishment. And add the other unit as well. This gives us a small increment, although the priest is still there in the backup formation. So we're strengthening the main formation, like 4 or 5 units, at the expense of the backup formation. And now I got somewhat stronger, because the priest is in the backup formation. Now we can continue inspecting the units to see what else we've been neglecting. Pale Sect. And the Life Union, for that matter. This is already 2 jobs. Pale Sect and the Vortex. Okay. So I go back to roster. The easier one is gonna be Life Union. because I'm quite certain that we can poach units from Conflux and Rampart. There you go. These are the low-hanging fruits. There you go. 992. And the next one, we'll have to see what Chaos Sect consists of. First of all, we'll need to upgrade it to +1. And unfortunately, we won't be able to do much unless I can find a substitute in Chaos, which is quite unlikely. More units benefit from Chaos than from Chaos Sect. That's why Awakenings are so important. You put the Awakened units in Chaos Sect, for example, in the roster. This is supposed to be part of the success, and I've been neglecting this big time. Oh, the Shark Trainer. It is possible to put alternates like the Shark Trainer in here. But I wanted to substitute another one. Spare units, there you go. It worked out, although the strength is a bit lower. We'll see if it's worth it. And then for charging, we'll need to find another unit, but we have a lot of charging units, so I'm not worried. Castle, for example, there you go. Lower level once again, but it's worth a try. And now I can go to here and add the unit. 992 stayed. So I'm not sure if this was worth doing or this was not worth doing. We can figure this out. And I'll check it out by replacing the lowest level unit with this one. You see, it's worse. It's actually worse because you cannot use the unit elsewhere. So it's borderline at best. Which means that we go back and reverse the substitution. This is not perfect optimization. This is very far from it. This is very subjective, very much feel-based, lacking most mathematical foundation. Spare units, there you go. And I'll go to here and add the unit. Makes sense. All units, they also add bonuses to all units. And then there is the Vortex, which I can upgrade because I haven't. And then we can see that's too bad. That's too bad. First of all, we'll need to see Chaos. If we can find a substitute. For example, offensive. I didn't really want this because it's like reducing power of Chaos, but let's see Inferno first. I think we're maxed out mostly. Yeah, I would not hurt this. We had a hard time finding anyone else anyway. And we don't have more champions to sacrifice. Let's see Fortress. Fortress, here it is. And if you have a lower level one, for example this one, then we can think about it. Now, I would prefer Hurting Fortress, because this also only goes for Fortress units. There is no global buff. Make the substitution. And go to the Vortex. And place it in here. There you go, all units buffs. And it contributed to some increment. Not that bad. Not especially good. But it was one increment. And that's why Awakenings are so important. Because you can place them in all the rosters. And then you can do a power creep. Well, not that big of a power creep, but some power creep. So that's one thing that I've been neglecting. The other thing, I'm not sure if I have the resources for it, so I will quickly do a run. But many people neglect this aspect as well. This might be a software bug that we get to one after the other. Two artifacts. But anyway, let's go to artifacts. From bottom to top, that's what I'm used to. There you go. So first of all, give me enchantment. I'll do the quick one. For all that have a color. I would not do it with the gray ones. And then there you go. Fusion, that's also important. When you have 5 of the same, it doesn't have to be the same, but then it would be a probabilistic. You have like a 20% chance here to get this other type. And now you can enchant this. Done. Now this is there. Small increment, but people tend to forget this. And even though it's small, it's not that small. Oops. So let's go back, because actually I decreased my power with this. Where was it? Here. And this was forgotten too. I won't get into the details of what is what with these symbols at this stage. We're just happy to get something. And matching symbols help, or at least doesn't hurt. Good. I don't want to do much with this. So I just open one this time. Let's see how much resources we have. Yeah, not much. So I will just save the rest, about 100. It's not a big increment, but we still have to do this from time to time. One last thing that many people neglect is the album. But I think I've been keeping this quite well. because this gives generic increments. Also here sometimes the stones. And that's it. We managed to increase the account strength without spending a single diamond. That helps quite a lot. And with that, we're concluding the VIP4 series quite soon. So I showed you how to get back to first place already. And there is not much else to be done. Not much else. One thing that helps quite a lot is that I'm getting legendary hero armors, like multiple ones, and I don't think my opponents do. So this is yet another positive development out of many. That shows that there is potential in this account also as VIP4. I might get demoted during the day, which I'm quite certain I'm third again. Yeah, of course I'm third. But I can get this back during the evening, before 9 PM. Sometimes to second, sometimes to first. But obviously, we're not in a position right now to really attack or really keep first place without any fight. So that's where this account is. I will have to bring this to a close sooner than later, potentially before level 100. So this means that actually this account has been maxed out as much as possible. I've reached 10 million, approximately I will reach 10 million quite soon. And there is not much else to show, but new projects are starting, so I have to make room for those new projects. Which means that we will soon wave goodbye to this account. Because there is like diminishing returns and showing more things to this account. So with that said, that was the last year, so the 2024 version of the VIP4 account. We'll see what project will replace this one. And if there is anything else worth showing, I will obviously show you. For example, how to use these legendary hero armor chests. But I don't think that we're in a position to do much. Because in the hero armor we may unlock this. Actually, I know how to use this. So on Sunday, we will see what a level 1 hero armor means. Because as far as I know, no one else has this. You can see this. Not even close. Yeah, I'm very close. And let's see Windry. Crazy, he hasn't even started collecting this. There is potential in this account, let's put it this way. Alright, see you in the next video.